be there. But then I took that pain and said, nah, never again. Like, I'm not going to allow myself to be happy to be anywhere. I'm going to go and accomplish everything I can. So I took that same energy and I won the British, Commonwealth, European, and now the world title. And I said that that's never going to be enough. I'll never be allow myself to be satisfied with just winning again.
Sorry, we just want to touch the boxing first before we bring it back home. Because you heard the name, Lawrence Okolie. You understand? Nugo. So I'm just trying to tell. So, and why did you, on turning professional, why did you step down to cruiserweight? Why?
I think it's the weight classes. It just made sense in terms of, you know, losing the weight, being super strong at the weight. So it's just stylistically it made more sense.
When you felt you were more comfortable with the cruiserweight?
Yeah, more comfortable, you know, just in terms of what I had to do in training. Because you're doing 12 rounds, you get a lot fitter and you get a lot leaner. So then the weight just came off and we just said, all right, here we are, let's just do it.
So why boxing? It seemed you... did you ever think it was going to be boxing from day one?
No, I never thought I'd be an athlete, to be honest. People that see me, that knew me in school, are always shocked. You end up being... Because throughout school I was overweight, you know, I was more in the cafeteria than in the gym, so that was more what they were interested in, I was interested in. So yeah, but boxing is just the first sport where I actually did it and I felt like, oh, I'm actually good at this, you know, so it was good.
What were your other options besides boxing?
I didn't have any.
And why
options.
boxing?
I didn't have it. I think I tried to play football. My friends know I wasn't good at it. I tried basketball, same. I'm tall, but I couldn't jump. It was just, it was no good. But when it came to boxing, I could always punch. For some reason, I could always just punch. So I just stuck with it.
So what was it like? Your inner circle, friends, maybe as a teenager, were you always beating them up? How did you know? You knew you could box.
Yeah. Oh no, I had a lot of street fights, but not with my friends. You know what I mean? It was more us versus, you know what I mean, other people.
So it was like if your friends got into trouble.
Yeah.
Okolie was
coming. He was coming. Yeah. He was on his way. But yeah, now that it was for some reason street fighting, I was very. I'm not saying people should street fight, but when it came to street fighting, they knew in the area that one there can do it. But we took that from that because street fighting is very different from actually boxing, but the same mindset's applied of like just going for it, believing that you're going to win this fight and being somewhere at a particular time and getting it done.
You've been around for now, like how many years now? 5, 6, 7 years now?
Yeah.
So who's that landed you the heaviest punch?
Oh, that's a good question. As a professional, probably a guy called Waddy Camacho. I beat him, you know, in 4 rounds, but before the round I knocked him out and he landed a good punch, and I remember. But no one's really landed too much. If you watch my fights, I'm very good at just stopping people from like getting too much off and just remembering that boxing's about hitting and not being hit, because I want to keep my pretty face and my brain going.
But wait, why did you opt for boxing, not MMA?
The MMA wasn't really big in England at the time, and even just I never saw any. There was no MMA stars to look to, but there was always boxers. So I knew who Mike Tyson was, I knew who Muhammad Ali was. I never maybe watched them or was it, but I knew who they were. And with watching someone like Anthony Joshua at the Olympic Games, those are people that I could, you know, see a reference in and say, yo, that guy looks like me, that guy acts like he's Nigerian, like, you know, and I could create the link. But kicking and stuff wasn't for me, but punching, yeah.
So did you meet Matchroom or Matchroom met you?
Yeah, so they obviously approached us. I think because of the Olympics, when you get to the Olympics, it's a big deal in I guess worldwide, but in England, once you're an Olympian, it's like, we need this guy. So they came and, you know, made some offers and, you know, we just went from there.
Let's talk about encouragement and discouragement. Where did it come from? When your parents, you know, everybody, I'm trying to imagine now my son tells me he wants to box or my daughter tells me he wants to box. I probably would discourage at some point.
Yeah.
Where did the encouragement come? Where did the discouragement come? Was it from your mom or your dad?
I think they were both quite like apprehensive at the beginning. Very, boxing, but I just had to play it cool. I'm just doing it to, you know, the weight. I need to lose the weight, and I created a whole bunch of stories to make it work. And then once I started fighting, you know, if I was scared, I'd come home with a black eye or something like that. But where they saw the change in my physique and my energy, they just kind of were happy to see it. So they were very encouraging early on. I think the discouragement would have more so been with myself, so I had to really snap myself out of it and tell myself I could do anything.
Someone just sent me a message now, and she would not forgive me if I don't ask you. She wants to find out if you're married and what's your spec.
Well, I don't know what spec means.
Spec in Nigeria, spec means your kind of woman.
Oh yeah, I'm not yet married. I don't really like to say too much about dating and stuff, but my spec is beautiful, dark, and
I think
intelligent.
I think she likes
Oh really? Okay, fair enough.
Okay, now let's get back. Let's get back to boxing now. How was growing up like?
Yeah, growing up in my area, I don't know what it's like in Nigeria. There's probably some rough areas, but where I grew up.
Where you grew up?
Where I grew up was rough, for England, if that makes sense. A lot of gang crime, a lot of knife shooting, stuff like that. Hackney, yeah, in East London, and it was tough, but obviously that's the places that our parents coming from Nigeria could get, the sort of more like impoverished areas. But we worked with it. There was a lot of Africans on my road, a lot of people that come from the same background, so their parents just came to England, had their kids, so we're all same age, going through the same stuff, and we just pushed on.
Interesting. I said I would ask you this. Thank God I've seen you.
Yeah.
At some point, as you moved on in the Cruiserweight division, there was a certain guy before he moved up to the heavyweight division, Alexander Usyk. Were you at any point looking forward to that, or you were praying fervently that he will move up and, like he did, vacate the belts so that you could take the title?
I think everyone coming up knows you're hungry for the champions at the time. I'm sure there's boxers now that see myself and say, yeah, I want that Okolie. They haven't said it, I haven't heard them, but they're somewhere there. And it's the same thing I was on. I was like, yo, I could get that guy. But, things happen. He moved up, now he's heavyweight. And that fight is still not impossible for the future, so it is what it is.
You just took us to the future. Are you planning to move up to the heavyweight division too?
Yeah, I believe so. As you can see, I enjoy eating. I enjoy weight training, so I'm definitely going to put on some weight over the coming years and just, dance with some of the big boys.
You're 29?
Yeah, 29 now, yeah.
So you still want to go for that division?
I think so. I just think I train with a lot of heavyweights. I'm big enough. I've got the skill and stuff like that, so it'll be good. Because at my weight now, we'll see how it goes over this next year. But no one's really been able to trouble me. Do you know what I mean? And I've won all of these belts, the world title. So it'll be good to see what it's like when I'm in there with a bigger guy, stronger guy. What do I do now? Do you know what I mean? Is my power still as effective? And we're gonna have some fun.
Is there a technique to a knockout? Of your 18 fights, you've had 14 wins via knockouts. No losses yet. Is there a technique to a knockout in boxing? Or it just comes? Maybe the hook?
I think a lot of it's natural, so I'm naturally a good puncher. But I think it's more so timing, the fight and relaxation. The fights where I'm more tense, the knockouts haven't come. So it's about being relaxed and seeing the punch, and it's about timing it right, So it's more timing than anything. Obviously, some people are naturally just heavy-handed, but I think you have to know when to throw the punch.
You also have good hand speed.
Yeah.
If there's anything, I'm looking at your knuckles now. Wow, wow! I wish the camera could just zoom into these knuckles. Whoa! Yeah, see, the guys are like, whoa, man, you punch hard. Okay, okay. So, what's your favorite part of the ring? The ropes or inside the ring?
I like the center because I'm tall and have long arms. I like to, keep it there or keep it up close and personal. So I think the center of the ring is where you're able to, dictate what's happening in the ring. When you're on the ropes, the other person has all of the control. So I like the center.
Are you the natural aggressor in the ring?
Yeah.
Or you rather
it's a mix. So I like to stand close to someone, but I don't really like to give people too much ground because I think it shows that they're on top. So I always like to, not take steps back. But it is part of boxing, and I'm adding to my game all the time. So I like to mix it up.
So let's make it bigger.
Okay.
Your top 5 boxers for all time.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Who mine? Oh gosh, I think the ones that are my favourite. I don't know about how you know, they
Your
are all time.
favourites?
But my favourites would have
All
to
time.
be Muhammad Ali, only because of what he stood for and, you know, the respect that everyone has for him. Then it would be someone like Tommy Hearns. He's a fighter. He's a old school fighter, really tall, really powerful for his weight. So he's someone that I watch. Lennox Lewis as well, another tall, good heavyweight fighter. I liked him. Mayweather, he was in the same generation when I was starting. Watching someone like him, you know, he had to deal with a lot of pressure. You know, getting to 50-0 in this day and age is difficult with, you know, the cameras, the money, the, you know, staying on top. So those would be the top 4. Number 5. I mean, I can't say myself in this, obviously. So I'd say who else I really like? Sugar Ray Robinson, I think. Yeah.
Sugar Robinson or Sugar Ray Leonard?
Also a good one, actually. That's the top. No, I'm gonna say Leonard, actually. I'm gonna say Leonard because I've watched his fights with Tommy Hearns, etc. So I enjoyed, Kid Durant and that. So I enjoyed that era.
What would be a dream fight for you, for all the generations of boxers that you know? What would be a dream fight? Say Lawrence Okolie versus maybe Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, if I don't really like to talk too much on older and old school fighters, but probably the one that I would have liked to see how it would have felt would have been Evander Holyfield. He's probably number 6 on my list. He's one of the best cruiserweights that went up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
You know, and I would like to see what would it have been like. 'Cause,
Wow.
you know, you watch these guys and you think, like, hard hitter, struck, like, take a good punch. What that would have felt like.
I noticed you didn't mention David Haye.
Yeah, David Hayes up there as well. He's one of my main motivations coming up as well. Me and him are close. We talk and stuff. So he's up there as well.
Okay, let's talk about your homecoming.
Yeah.
How's it been? This is your first time in Nigeria, I guess.
Oh, it's my first time in many years. I came obviously when I was younger, but it's my first time coming as like a man.
So how's it been? What's it been like? Traffic, heat, all of that. What's it been?
Well, the food's been good. That's number one. But I think it's taken some, getting used to. It's been the first couple of days, so we've done a lot of media and meeting people. But it's interesting to see the energy on the street. Just walking like everyone's hustling and busting. Everyone's going for it. So I can see why the Nigerians in the UK are the way they are. They're very like, what's next? Go get it. Like, you know what I mean? So that energy is obviously transferred.
And you also tasted Nigerian delicacies.
Yeah, of course.
What's your favorite so far?
Oh, it's always going to be pounded jam, Mugusi. I grew
egusi
up on
soup.
it. Yeah, I grew up on that. So it's.
You grew up
Yeah.
eating pounded yam and egusi.
Yeah. I mean,
what
the
kind of
strength
protein?
came by
Assorted,
accident.
intestine, and.
Yeah.
See your guys here. You your guys.
Can you cook?
I can cook, but I would say I left that more to my mum and dad. They were more the cookers, but I used to, obviously all the assorted meat and stuff like that. But now I don't eat meat or drink alcohol. But I just put that on pause during.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You just talked about not eating meat. Is that because are you vegan?
So I want to be careful in case someone catches me eating chocolate, but mainly vegan. But if there's a bit of chocolate, it might slip through.
Okay.
So
Why? Wait,
What?
does it affect?
So
your
me
performance?
personally, I think I just wanted to give something up. So after Olympics, when I didn't get a medal, I said I need to do more, and I just thought, what could I do? So from there I said, no alcohol anymore and no meat. And then I said, if I give up something, boxing might give me something, and it has. So since then I've just said that I'm not going to eat. Once I retire, I don't know about, but definitely you'll see me having a little drink with the boys.
I know a lot of kids would want to be like you. Let's find out. What's your routine? How do you start your day on a good day? How many hours do you train? What do you do in the morning when you wake up?
Yeah.
What do you do in the afternoon? What do you do before you sleep?
Yeah, so I wake up, obviously give thanks, I like to center myself in the morning. Then I get up, go for a run in the morning. So I might do 40 to an hour of just cardio just to start the day. Go from there, eat breakfast, come back, do some boxing. So I do the more sparring, the pads, the bags, stuff like that. And then go back, rest, eat, and then do the final session of like weight training in the evening. So I do 2 to 3 sessions, 5 to 6 days a week with 1 day rest.
When you're not boxing, when you're not training, what do you do? How do you unwind?
I like to just go places with my friends, see the world. We're obviously very blessed to be able to do stuff like that, but see different areas, see different cultures, and because I don't really party that much because it's kind of because I don't drink and stuff. It doesn't make sense with the lifestyle. But I'll definitely be touching some Lagos clubs while I'm here.
Wow. Okay, fans. How do you handle your fans?
Me, I personally
fans,
love it.
Male fans. You're going on the street and someone says, that's the source. How do you mix with your fans?
I think it took me a while to kind of get used to it. You know, obviously where I grew up, when people stop you in the street, it's for very different reasons. Like, so I was very on edge initially, but then as I've gotten used to the fact that, you know, I'm popular in you know, wherever I go now, it's created a sort of, it feels good. It feels like a blessing. Now I see it as a blessing more than anything, and I feel like where I still feel quite normal in the sense of like, although I might be a world champion boxer, I still the same friends, I still eat I still do all the same stuff. So yes, it's all good.
All right, your nickname, the Sauce. How did it come about it? You know, because normally if I see you on the streets, you could pass for a member of a drill group in the UK. You get it?
I think you look like DMX.
No, DMX. No. Aside DMX, he even looks like Dusty Locane.
Okay, maybe
He's a Brooklyn drill rapper. You know Dusty Locane, right?
I do.
Yeah, you look like you look like Dusty
he looks
Locane.
like me.
Oh, he looks like you. Yeah, because the moment I said, yeah, he looks like Dusty Locane. So, how did you come about the name The Sauce? Looks like the name of a rap star.
Yeah, no, it came, even though I do a little bit of rap here and there, it came like just naturally, and obviously the source in England and other places about like swag and sort of stuff like that. And I thought,
got swag.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like with the boxing's just the tip of the iceberg. You just have to be a bigger person than that. So yeah.
All right.
Okay, so your book, Dare to Change Your Life, you said something about how you grew up and you were weighing more than 19 stones, and looking at where you were, you had a very, very inspiring childhood. Your teenage years, you walked in McDonald's and all of that. How has that influenced your life? I know sporting is all about, you know, getting your motivation and all of that. How does that help you, you know, balance your life today going forward?
Yeah, no, it's paramount. It's amazing because now that I've got to this stage of, you know, world championships and, you know, all the stuff that comes with it, it keeps me grounded because I still remember what it's like to go into McDonald's and burn my hand on the grill and all the other stuff that comes with it, and even how I felt, you know, when people from my old school would come and see me working and be like, "Oh, is this what you're doing now?" And you know, so now when I'm here, that's why I'm thankful every day, like, you know, and it gets me super motivated and super charged for training, and you know, I think it's half the reason why I've managed to become a world champion is because of it.
I know we'll soon throw the lines open. Fans will get to talk to you, but you know, most times you wonder, you're still active, you still want to be active for a couple of years, say 5 years, 5-6 years. Have you ever thought of what else you could do if not boxing?
I don't think what else I could do.
Promotions?
Yeah, but I think more what I can do alongside it, because eventually boxing stops, but my life still goes on, and Lawrence Okolie, the brand, still goes on. So for me, it's about, you know, the business stuff that me and my team are doing. It's about, you know, the books to help inspire the next generation. It's promotion, maybe not my thing, but in terms of like setting up training camps and putting little infrastructures in place that help other boxers to go on and accomplish stuff, that's more the kind of the energy that I like.
All right. So we hit the phone lines, 090 40,889, 090 41,889. We have the Sauce in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, coming by the way of Hackney in London. Okay. I wanted to introduce him for a fight. Okay, this is your brother. His name is Josh Ike Okolie.
Oh wow, nice.
This Okolie knows a bit throw punch in this car. They blow your eye and I go yellow.
Oh, wow.
I go red.
I can throw punches in some areas.
Okay. Which
Like
areas?
some divisions.
He said division. Strong weight.
It's still a belt in the UFC. It's still a belt